Hello everyone, this is my second video on adjoint of matrix. So in my first video we have seen how to find out the adjoint of a matrix, and this was a particular example where this is the matrix and this is the adjoint of the matrix. Now I put one question at the end of this video, the last video, that what will I get if I multiply A and adjoint of A into adjoint of A. So let us find this out here. So let us see what kind of matrix will it be. See, this is a 3 cross 3 matrix and this is also 3 cross 3 matrix. So if we multiply, so first of all it is multiplicable since these two numbers are equal, and if I multiply, the order will be 3 cross 3. Now this is the first element. So first element means first row, first column. So we need to take first row of this matrix and then first column of this matrix. So if I multiply 1 into 1, it will become 1, plus 2 into 4 will become 8, plus minus 2 into minus 12 will become 24, and is giving 33. So this result will be 33. Next, let us calculate any other elements like this one. So this is the position, this is third row and this is the first column. So third row, first column, third row, first column. So this will be 4 into 1, 4, then minus 1 into 4 will become minus 4, then 0 into minus 12 will become 0, is giving 0. So therefore this number is giving 0. So let us calculate any other number like this one. This is second row, second column, second row, second column. So 0 into 2 means 0, plus 3 into 8 will become 24, plus next is 1 into 9 will become 9, is giving 33. So therefore this element will be 33. Now we need to calculate the other elements. Pause the video, let me calculate also, you also calculate, and let's check the answer. So this is very interesting matrix. Here it is, in this matrix diagonally we got each and every element same and all other elements is 0. So now let us calculate what about determinant of A. So if we calculate determinant of A, it will become 1 into, let me take this first row, 1 into determinant of this, so 0 minus of minus 1, so it will become 1. So 0 minus of minus 1 will become this. Then next we need to take minus, then this element 2 into, now determinant of this, so 0 minus 4, so it will become minus 4. Then plus the next element is minus 2, it will be 0 minus 12, so it will become minus 12. Thus the answer will be 1, then it will be plus 8, then it will be plus 24, is coming 33. Another interesting fact. So therefore we can see that all these numbers 33 are nothing but determinant of A. So that means, can we write the matrix as the result as this: A into adjoint of A is equals to determinant of A into I. Why I can write like this? See, we can take this determinants of A from common. So if we take common, so it will be 1 1 1, so it will become the identity matrix. So we can write like this. So here the order of the identity matrix is depending on the order of A. Here it was a 3 cross 3 matrix, the order was 3. So if it is any other order, say n, so the order will be n. And also we can write in this way also, adjoint of A into determinant of A. So this is the first property of adjoint. So that is, if we multiply a matrix with its adjoint, will give determinant of A into identity matrix. Now one more very important result we can derive from this, that is, if we multiply A inverse in both the sides, so it will be A into adjoint of A, like this, into A inverse into determinant of A into I. We can multiply first these two. This is the associative property, that is A inverse into A into adjoint of A. So therefore now we can take out this determinant of A, since it is just a real number, so we can multiply like this. Now if we multiply any matrix with the identity matrix, we'll give that matrix only, and here also if we multiply any matrix with its inverse, we'll give the identity matrix. So ultimately this matrix is coming identity matrix, this is already identity. Now identity matrix into that matrix will give adjoint of A. So adjoint of A is coming determinant of A into A inverse. Now if I want to find out A inverse only, so what will I do? I will divide this number. This is determinant of A. This is just a number. It is not a matrix. I will just divide it. So if I divide, it will be, after dividing determinant of A, we get this result. So from this result we can say that if we want to find out A inverse, first we need to find out the adjoint of A, and then we need to divide the determinant with that adjoint. So very important result, this one. Previously we have learned how to find out A inverse by using row operation, but here only with the matrix method we can find out. So first thing, we need to find out adjoint of A, then we need to find out determinant of A, and after that I have to divide determinant of A with each and every elements of adjoint of A, then only we can find out A inverse. Now in this context I want to say that if the determinant of A is a real number, now it is in the denominator. If the determinant of A becomes 0, then what happened? Then this will be undefined. This thing will be undefined. In denominator 0, it will be undefined. So therefore to get A inverse, that time we cannot get A inverse. So to get A inverse, determinant of A have to be not equals to 0. Now we call, if determinant of A not equals to 0, we call this kind of matrix as non-singular matrix. So that means if A is non-singular, then A is invertible. So this is a very important thing. So if A is non-singular matrix, then A is invertible. So to find out A inverse, first we need to find out determinant of A. If it is coming 0, then no question to find out A inverse, because A inverse doesn't exist that time. So therefore whenever determinant of A not equals to 0, then we will go to the second step, that is to find out the adjoint of A, and then we will just divide determinant of A with each and every elements of adjoint of A to get A inverse. So in the example we have seen, this was the matrix A, and this was the adjoint of that matrix, and we have calculated this was the determinant 33. Now so therefore A inverse will be, each and every element will be divided by 33. So this is the A inverse of adjoint of A. We have divided each and every elements by 33. Now the next question is, what is determinant of adjoint A? Now for that, again we will use the previous result, that is A into adjoint A is equals to determinant of A into I. Now let us think that A is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So after that what will I do? I will take the determinant. Now we know one thing, that if I do determinant of A into B, it will give determinant of A into determinant of B. So there are two matrices. So therefore determinant of these two will be determinant of A into determinant of adjoint of A into determinant of adjoint of A. This will be, now this is not a matrix, this is just a real number. Now this real number is multiplied with each and every rows of this identity matrix. So and this identity matrix is of actually three order 3. So from each and every row, that determinant will come out and will give a determinant of A cube, and this will be determinant of I, and determinant of I, we know the value is 1. So this will be determinant of A whole cube, and this will be determinant of A into determinant of adjoint of A. So therefore determinant of adjoint of A will be, if we cancel it, so it will be determinant of A whole square. So therefore now the general thing is, if A is of n cross n order, so therefore determinant of determinant of adjoint of A will be determinant of A whole to the power n minus 1. This is the general property. So if determinant of A is equals to minus 5, then what will be the determinant of adjoint of A? Now it is given that A is a 3 cross 3 matrix. Then what will be the answer? This will be equals to determinant of A whole to the power, since it is 3 cross 3 matrix, it will be 3 minus 1, and it will become minus 5 whole square, and is coming 25. So without calculating the determinant of adjoint A, from this result we can directly write the answer. So in this video we have learned how to find out A inverse and how to find out the determinant of adjoint of A without calculating the determinant of that adjoint matrix. Now in my next video we will solve the system of linear equation of this form by using the matrix method, and we call this rule as Martin's rule. So thank you for today.